Hello and welcome to the best places to live and visit in the USA. I'm really excited about this one because this is a place I've always wanted to go. We've got Allison here who's out in Denver, Colorado. How are you, Allison?
I'm doing great, James. Thanks for having me this morning.
Great. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a resident of Broomfield area. So for those that are not familiar, it's about 20 minutes north of Denver. We're about 20 minutes east of Boulder. So it's a small suburban town, Broomfield. It's growing. So I've lived here for about 19 years now. I'm originally from Niagara Falls, Canada. So we share the same queen on our money. I have lived in the United States for 30 years, married 29 years, two boys. My boys are 17 and 19. I've got a little French bulldog and I feel like a grandparent with him. It's just incredible. Like I know what it's like now to have grandkids with my little French bulldog. I spoil him. He can't do anything wrong. So that's what's happening in my world.
So why do you live where you live? Why is it so amazing?
Oh boy, the list is endless. So what brought us here was we were looking for just a warm place. Being from Canada, I had many years of cold and blizzard type snow, just, literally the snow would just pile up for months and months and just wanted a break from that. So found some friends and one thing led to another. And what brought us here was the weather. I think a lot of people have misconceptions of Colorado that it's freezing here and we're in the mountains, and we aren't. We're actually on the high plains. Denver's on the high plains, and it's one of the flattest cities in the US, actually. We have over 300 plus days of sunshine. I think we actually have more sunshine than you in San Diego and Miami. Yep. So
the thing is I assumed it was a cold, snowy place because whenever I see videos of Colorado, it's generally they do filming and stuff whenever it's snowing. So yeah.
Oh yes, it's a big misconception. It's really, really wonderful here. Very mild winters. So typically an average temperature, I think, is about 45 degrees. Yeah. And you'll see people literally wearing shorts and t-shirts, some Crocs, just really comfortable, even if there's snow outside, because we don't have the humidity, so it doesn't feel as cold. Our temperatures fluctuate. That's what's so wonderful about it, is it could literally be 45 degrees and then you might get a 60 or 70 degree day in the middle of winter.
And what about the summer? Because that's one of the things about the USA. There's some places that just get unbelievably hot and humid in the summer. And that's why so many people want to live in California, for example, because we have good temperature all year round. So what's it like in the summer where you are?
I would consider it comfortable. We do get some really hot days in the 90s, but I would say probably 80, 85.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's nice and warm, but we played golf this summer in 120 in Palm Springs in California, and that was hot.
Yes. Oh, yes. I lived in Arizona for 3 years, and that was one reason why we moved to Colorado, because I think hot there is an extreme hot. And we just wanted that happy medium of just really mild and pleasant. And I think Colorado, if anybody's looking for that, this is the best temperature.
So when people think of Colorado, they think of skiing, and you have some of the best ski resorts in the world.
Yes.
Far from you. So tell us a little bit about how far away where you are, and if you go skiing, whereabouts do you recommend people to go skiing?
Yeah, so I'm not a skier, but I am an observer. I enjoy watching people ski and snowboard. It's very fun to watch. As for, we had mentioned Breckenridge, so that's an hour and a half away, roughly, from where I am. Aspen is about 4 hours. Vail is about 2 hours. So,
wow. So these are some of the best places, and they're literally not even that far drive away from where you are.
No, it's a majestic majestic drive. And like I said, we're on the high plains, so driving up, it's just a wonderful day trip or a weekend trip. And if somebody's here from out of the country, they're here for a week, there's so much to do and enjoy, besides skiing, of course.
What about actually near where you are? What are the things for people to do that don't involve skiing and snowboarding?
What we're known for throughout Colorado, but especially my area, is open space, green space. There's a lot of preserved areas that are dedicated just for the beauty of that. People do a lot of hiking. We have paths, bike paths everywhere, and they're signed. So they're actually signed so people can see where they're going, and they have a destination to follow. That's a big thing out here. Is everybody's a pet lover. So there's a lot of dog parks. What else? Of course, you have your shopping and that kind of thing. But it's really just, I would say people really enjoy their outdoor activities, and even their homes are an extension of the inside.
And what's this picture that I see here in regards to the Red Rocks? It looks like a pretty cool thing that's going on there.
Yes, so that is a renowned place, Red Rocks. It's absolutely a wonderful amphitheater. So sort of like Greek style back, centuries ago, where they had outdoor theaters. People go there for exercise. They go there. Obviously, there's renowned bands that come there, and it's just this awesome location surrounded by rocks and formations. It's a must see.
And then it looks like you've got some amazing national parks where you are as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's Mesa Verde. This Cliff Palace, there's no words to describe this wonderful place. The cliff dwellings, the Pueblo Indians, I believe, is part of that whole culture. Absolutely astounding, just to see how people have lived under a cliff and literally build little cities in there. It's just a must see.
The type of thing I'd like, because one of the things that coming from Europe and coming from England, we have so much history, and you go to places in Europe and you look at things that are thousands of years old. So something like this is great, because one of the things that we don't really have in California, especially where I live in San Diego, is anything to really look at with any history. So this seems pretty cool.
Oh yeah. I think kids would enjoy that. Of course, any adult would enjoy it. It's just amazing.
And what about restaurants? So where you live right now, if people are coming over to come and visit you, or maybe they live there and they might not know the best restaurants to go to, what are your best restaurants in the area?
So many, yes. My favorite, there's a place in Denver. It's about 20 minutes drive south from where I live, and it's called Fat Sully's. And they are known for these gigantic, 22-inch size pizzas. So it's bigger than your table. And they're New York style. They're known for that. I think they also have biscuits during the morning. You'd have to get on the website to find out exactly, but just to get a biscuit is impossible because it's hard to get in. There's lines out the door, and you really have to plan your day around it. They limit it for so many hours during the day, and then their pizza is just amazing. And if you just like pizza and beer, that's the place to go. There's another place in Boulder called Brassiere 1010. It's a French bistro. Absolutely amazing. Just a wonderful place to go for brunch. And then they turn the lights down, and it's just a lovely place to go for a romantic dinner. And then you may have heard of Cherry Cricket. It's Cherry Cricket. Yes, it's Cherry Creek area in Denver. And it's a landmark known for their burgers as well. So apparently, Denver is the first place in all of the U.S. to have created the cheeseburger, and it started in Denver.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if there's like a cheeseburger museum or something.
Right. Yeah.
Often, whenever it's the first place for something, they open up something like that.
Right.
So, In regards to, is there any little secret places that people don't know about where you live? Somewhere that you go regularly that people wouldn't really know about, that wouldn't be on like the top 10 places to go on TripAdvisor?
Secret places.
Any little hikes that you go on?
Many. So what a lot of people maybe do not know about is the Great American Beer Festival that we hold annually. And so those tickets literally sell out within the hour. So it's usually held at the convention center, and it's a 3-day event. And it just, like I said, there's tons of breweries, there's craft beers there, and it sells out. People travel from all over the country, from around the world to do this. It's really great.
So what about living where you live? What's the demographic? Is it mainly families? Is it a complete mix? Is it somewhere for people to retire? What's it actually like living where you live?
I would say it's extremely diverse. You definitely have your kids and your families. You have 55 plus communities is quite a comfortable place to live in Broomfield for older people. They have a lot of how do you describe it? Low maintenance living for the 55 plus, and everything's inclusive. You've got your golf. You also have the mountain views, which seem to be a big attraction for people here. So,
right.
Yeah.
And now one of the things about the US is you've got different places with completely different price points. So one of the things that we do on the show is talk about what you can get for your money. So I'm going to show a couple of places here, and then you can kind of talk to me about what you can get for your budget. So with this place here, this is you sent me was 450,000. So what you get for 450,000 where you are?
So in this particular area in Broomfield, it's a more older established neighborhood. This particular neighborhood is called Northmore. You will see a lot of these tri-level homes. If you're familiar, you walk in and you have your main level, go up a few stairs, you have your upper level, and down a few stairs and another family room. This one is located right in the heart of the most popular school district, which is Boulder Valley School District. It's extremely coveted. That's what people know about when usually the first phone call I receive is, I'm looking to establish my kids in the BVSD school district. This is one of them. So this is a comfortable price point for a lot of first-time home buyers, and we're finding also for people that are moving up in the 450 to 500.
This is a big home. This is a really nice home for 450,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So, and then we're going to look at one that is, and you get a decent sized backyard with that as well.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah. So the older neighborhoods, you're going to see the larger lots, where the newer neighborhoods, not sure what it's like in your neighborhood, but
yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's hard to find a big lot here unless you go inland and spend a lot of money. But anything near the coast here, it's small, but new builds are even smaller. So then we're going to look. We're going to look at this house, and this is around the 550,000 mark, isn't it?
Yes, up to 650, 550 to 650.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so when you scroll through, you'll see the views right there. And that's not even a clear day, but of course, if you can get mountain views, that's where the value is in a lot of these homes.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of like mid to upper price points where you are. If you think of, San Diego, for example, houses like this are often going to be over $1 million, and then you go to some places like Dallas, Texas, or something like that, where it's going to be a lot less than this. You get more for your money than where you are in California, but at the same time, it's not cheap. It's like a good middle ground for a lot of people. Yeah, it looks a beautiful home. I love the idea of living somewhere with the mountains in the background.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Great. So if someone's thinking about coming and moving over to your neck of the woods, then how would someone get hold of you? How is someone best contacting you?
Yeah, my email is allison@northdenvercohomes.com, and I'm active on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great fun chatting to you. And me and my family are desperate to come over in the next couple of years and do some skiing. So we'll have to meet up when I come over, and you can actually show me some of the places that we talked about.
Yes, James, I would love it. Absolutely. Look me up.
Will do. So if you like the video, please do hit the thumbs up button, and you can always subscribe to our channel. That would be great. And we will catch you on the next show. Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you, James. Take care. Bye-bye.